Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 2 of the Planeswalker Pals YouTube channel. I'm your host, Davis, and it's the second Wednesday of the month, so that means we're diving into a Commander-themed video. Guilds of Ravnica has been out for a little while, and we're expecting the release of Ravnica Allegiance any day now. While you're listening, I assume the full set of Ravnica Allegiance has been spoiled, and people are getting ready to craft new decks. Trust me, all the people on the Planeswalker Pals team are making new fun decks to share soon. Today, we want to address the top 5 commanders from Guilds of Ravnica. Some of the prices have dropped, so the expensive cards can now be bought or traded for a lower price. To start it off, my favorite return to Ravnica commander is Amaro, Soul of the Accord. This Selesnya commander costs 1 green and 1 white, and is a 2/2 that states, whenever Amaro, Soul of the Accord becomes tapped, create a 1/1 white soldier token with lifelink. Now, at first glance, you're thinking, I'm gonna have to swing Amaro into my opponent's board and hope that she doesn't get killed each turn. Well, that's not the case. We're gonna tap Amaro with cards like Puppet Strings and Staff of Domination to make our 1/1 tokens. Now, we'll use Stole Clamp, which can equip to our tokens for 1 colorless mana, instantly killing them and allowing you to draw 2 cards. This is extremely powerful because it allows you to keep a full hand when forced to discard or exile cards. And, oh yeah, did I mention it lets you draw cards? Lots and lots of cards. Next up, we have a Trotta the Silencer, a Dimir commander for 2, 1 blue, and 1 black. It has 3 power and 5 toughness and cannot be blocked. Her ability is long, so I'll read it out for you. It states, whenever a Trotta deals combat damage, exile an opponent's creature with a hit counter on it. This player loses the game after they have 3 creatures exiled with hit counters on them. What we'll need to do is make copies, which is exactly what Helm of the Host and Blade of Selves does for us. Helm of the Host is a 4 mana equipment with a 5 mana equip cost. It lets you create a non-legendary copy of a creature. This works well with a Trotta due to the fact that even when you exile a Trotta to the command zone, you can still have tokens of a Trotta that are not legendary to get more hit counters. Another card is Blade of Selves, which makes a copy of the equipped creature for each opponent you have. This is very powerful in a commander game due to the multiplayer format and the fact that you might have 4 or more opponents. Even though it will be difficult, a Trotta is extremely fun, and when you really pull off that ability, the opponent has no idea what hit them. Next, we have our mighty Boros commander, Aurelia, Exemplar of Justice. This 2 mana, 1 red, 1 white, Boros commander is a 2/5 flyer with Mentor. For those who don't know, Mentor gives any creature with less power a +1/+1 counter. Aurelia's unique ability is that until the end of turn, she grants a red attacking creature +2/+0 and a white attacking creature Vigilance. If both of these abilities are targeted on Aurelia herself, she becomes a 4/5 flying, trample, vigilance creature. This is just an all-around good Boros commander if you want to buff your spells and make your creatures stronger in combat. This ability synergizes well with new Guilds of Ravnica card called Truefire Captain, allowing you to boost the Truefire Captain and then let it hit a creature and deal damage to a player at the same time. Say you swing in to a 0/13 Tree of Partition, the damage you deal to the tree will still be dealt to the player, so your player is still going to take damage. And who doesn't like swinging with a powerful, strong Boros army? Now our Golgari commander is Zoni, Thousand-Eyed. A Zoni costs 2, black, black, green, green, and is a 2/3. In my opinion, this is expensive for the power and toughness levels, but understandably, the ability states, when a Zoni enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 inset token for each card in your graveyard. Also, for green and black, you can sacrifice a creature to gain a life and draw a card. This ability looks good because it can fill up your graveyard when you recast a Zoni from your command zone and make a whole lot of inset tokens. Cards that work well with this commander are Zulaport Cutthroat and Blood Artist, which make all of your opponents lose 1 life and you gain a life when a creature dies. In my opinion, this strategy is risky due to the large amount of graveyard removal. Most people keep at least 1 or 2 cards in their deck dedicated to exiling and removing cards from the graveyard, and how would it feel to right before you cast a Zoni again to have your graveyard wiped clean? Then you would be stuck with no inset tokens, and your plans for victory would be ruined. Last but not least, we have Niv Mizzet. He cost blue, 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 red, 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 and is a 5/5 flyer that can't be countered. When you draw a card, Niv Mizzet deals 1 damage to any target, and whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery card, you draw a card. This is good due to the fact that in Commander, 3 to 4 instants and sorceries might be played by your opponents, letting you draw 3 to 4 cards and deal 3 to 4 damage. Some cards that are good in this deck would be Goblin Electromancer, which makes instants and sorceries 1 less to cast, and Gutter Snipe, that deals 2 damage to each opponent whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell. Finally, Niv Mizzet's other version from Masters 25, Niv Mizzet the Firemind, is very good because it lets you tap to draw a card, which triggers both Niv Mizzet's abilities. I would also use Talrand's Sky Summoner to fill the board with 2/2 Drakes. Wait, no, not that type of Drake. Like the 2/2 Flying Drake from Magic the Gathering? Yeah, that one. There we go. Sorry about that, we just had to add a little humor into our video. Now, I think that really summarized Niv Mizzet's abilities because he can be very controlling, but also make a lot of flying and ground creatures to defeat your opponents in ways they might not see coming. Well, that really wraps it up for today. There are my top 5 commanders from Guilds of Ravnica, my personal favorite being Amaro, and my least favorite, Zoni. Now, make sure to comment down below your favorite and least favorite commander of the 5 we looked at today. We'd love to read your opinions. And hey, while you're in the menus, like this video and subscribe to our Planeswalker Pals channel. That ends it for today. Tune in this Sunday for our MTG price update video to see what cards you own that are going up in value. Also, next Wednesday, we have some special content coming from a Planeswalker Pals team member that you haven't heard from yet. So make sure to tune in. That ends it for today. Later, pals.